A quick overview orientation of the format of our course and show you where you can find all of the tasks you need to complete for each class. So when you come in or log into Canvas and click on our course in your dashboard, you will come to this page, which is our course homepage. I will usually have a message depending on what week it is. I will sometimes have my video messages to you embedded on this page. I will also show you which modules you'll have to complete for that week, and I will link to them right on the course homepage. There will also be a section for any upcoming assignments or reminders I want to tell you about, and then also my contact information will be available on the homepage as well. You can also always find the PDF copy of the syllabus right on the course homepage. So I'll show you what the modules look like, and then I will show you what a few other things too. So let's just go to module 1 because that's the one that you will be working on first. So organize the modules by date. So each week you either have 2 or 3 depending on how many, or if you also have an assignment due that week. The weeks that you have an assignment due, you will only have to do 2 modules. So module is basically all of the stuff that's associated with each class. So you have, the lecture slides, you have the readings, and then any assignments that are also due in or around the date of the module too. So it starts off with a page that says Start Here. Welcome to Module 1. It's just an overview of everything that's in the module. So you'll have this sort of detailed list that tells you what exactly you have to do to complete everything for that module. Lots of instructions for Module 1 since it's the very first one. You click Next down at the bottom and it will take you to a linked, shared through Google Drive of a PDF of the lecture slides. So for each module, once we get into the course content, I will have very detailed lecture slides for you all to read on your own time. This is in lieu of doing a recorded lecture through Zoom or a synchronous lecture where everybody's logging in at the same time. In my experience as an online instructor, I decided to do it this way. I did not want to make you all sit through a recorded 40-minute lecture with me talking to the camera, and I'm also kind of wary of doing synchronous meetings just because I don't know exactly where everybody is. If you're all at home, if you're on campus, there might be internet issues, and this is just easier. Plus, you can work through it at your own pace. So you'll see the introductory lecture slides here. Now I'll go back to my module. Click Next, and you'll have a couple of tasks you'll have to complete for Module 1. So I'll ask you to upload your profile photo, to check your notification preferences in Canvas. This is just all housekeeping stuff to get ourselves set up for the course. I have this little infographic which will give you a sense of the rules of netiquette, so all the stuff about being online and being a human being online. Then it will link you to your first assignment of the quarter, which is the interactive syllabus. So this is, as far as assignments go, it's no pressure. It's just the syllabus broken down into 28 questions, and it's a survey. So once you finish the survey, you'll get the full 10 points, which counts for 2% of your final grade. And within the syllabus, you'll have lots of opportunities to ask me any questions you have about the format of the course, about the assignments that are described. Tell me a little bit about yourself. If you have any access needs you need me to know about, if you anticipate any difficulty accessing the course and online, all that you'll have an opportunity to share with me within the interactive syllabus. Then you'll click Next and you'll come to the first Slido survey. So every module you'll have a couple surveys that you'll have to answer. So these are just polls, so they're always opinion-based. There's never any right answer or wrong answer for these polls. For this first introductory polls, I'm asking general questions about how you're feeling about the move to online learning, and then why did you choose this course? So when we get into our content modules, I will be posting the results of these polls to the discussion forum so you can see the layout of how the class voted. Which brings me to the next thing, which is the discussion. So you'll have for every module, you'll be posting once to the discussion board, and you'll find the instructions for what I want you to post right up at the top. So create a post introducing yourself, tell everybody your name and your major, and then anything you're doing to stay sane as we shelter in place, and then elaborating on one of the answers you chose for one of these polls. So you can tell us a little bit more about how you're feeling about online learning. You can tell us about why you chose this course out of any of the other ones. Okay. And that's it for Module 1. I will show you now what reading looks like, since there wasn't any reading assigned for Module 1. There is reading assigned for Module 2. So you have 3 readings that are attached there. They're all pretty short. They're basically encyclopedia or dictionary type readings of defining civil rights and citizenship from a couple different perspectives. So in terms of annotations, I walk through what annotations are in the interactive syllabus and in the lecture slides, but I'll show you in a more detailed video what they look like as well. But you'll have the readings that will just pop up right with embedded in Canvas, and then you'll have the tool that we're using to annotate them that pops up on the side here, and I will show you in more detail what that looks like in a different video. Up in this space, you will also have some questions that I will develop to help guide your reading. With all the craziness starting into the quarter, that was one thing that fell off my list. So I will be putting those questions up today or tomorrow for the first week's reading. All right, so that's the orientation for what modules look like, what the homepage looks like. I will be checking in with you guys a lot to see if you have any questions or are, any fears or concerns about moving online, and I will be in contact with you frequently as things come up. So good luck. Welcome to